Hey YouTubers and gamers, and I'm back, and today it's not a pickup video, it's actually a collection video, which you can obviously tell from the title. Yeah, I will be focusing my PS Vita collection. It's kind of a video response to Eddie Rollercore, who did his PS Vita collection a little while back. And I've got about a modest collection of about, I'll say about 140 games in total, so a really eclectic mix. The PS Vita, I think it's a really great handheld, although I still tend to have a particularly soft touch for PSP more so than the Vita, even though obviously the Vita is a better system. But no, there's a great variety of games out there, and it's one of those ones that wasn't really particularly well supported by Sony. It's more by indie developers, and there's a huge numbers of indie games and Japanese RPGs on the system really, and I have all the models of a PS Vita plus a PS Vita TV and things and bobs, but sadly I don't really get round to play it much, to be perfectly honest. Really, it's one of my most neglected systems, I'm afraid. So even though I've got lots of games, sadly most of them I've not got round to playing yet, and that's the key thing yet, because like a lot of us, we all got hopes, ideas, but my main focus is more so getting through a lot of the PS4 library really, of the must-play PS4 games at the minute really. So that's what I've been mostly playing. Still getting through Doom, slowly but surely. But you know how it is, especially if we're busy with work and family life. They take priorities over these things. So yeah. I've also been doing a bit of DIY around the house, doing a bit of home improvement, and I've also done a bit of moving around with some of my game collection bits. I've not reorganised the game room as such. What I have done is, behind me in the lounge, I've actually boxed away all my DVDs and Blu-rays, and instead got out the PS2 games. So behind me, I'll show a better video clip in a minute, is about two-thirds of my two-thirds of my PS2 library. So basically there's about 1,000 PS2 games behind me, and down the bottom there's some Japanese ones and American games. I've got about 100 of those. I've got about another 480 odd PS2 games in the game room, which I can't quite get to because they are high up on the shelves that are far back, but they're mostly all filler titles. They are. All the better titles are actually here. So in total that makes it, I've got about, I'll say about 1,480 PS2 games at the moment, with about another 90 PAL games on my want list, and about a dozen Japanese games, about 10 American and other games I want on my want list. So yeah, so I'm still collecting for PS2. Well, when does a PS2 collection end? I know it's silly really, and I do have a huge amount of PS2 games, and I can't be bothered to organise it properly in terms of doing it all alphabetical, because it's just, as soon as you do it once, you'll be out of date straight away really, until the collection is complete, which will be a long way off probably. God, I am waffling today, aren't I? Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll cut to and show you a quick overview, just for you guys who are interested. Then I'll get to a PS Vita collection, okay? Okay guys, so basically on these shelves are all the PS2 games, and we all know what PS2 games look like. So yeah, that gives you a rough idea of the numbers we're talking about here really. Goes further down, all across, there's also Gump for a minute in front of them, and even behind the Star Wars figures there's PS2 games on that there, and down in the middle are my Japanese and my American PS2 games. On the left just there, that's where my current pickups are, but that's like future space for more PS2 games which I've got to get. And likewise on the right is just junk, but again that's future space. So I do have space for the other 120 odd PS2 games I want to get. But that's just a very quick teaser. Yes, I'm back. Yes, I thought a reason why I changed it all around is obviously to get the PS2 games accessible, but them being mostly white, they tend to look quite better on the shelf and boxed away, and my wife prefers the look of those compared to all the various DVDs and so forth. And to be perfectly honest, these days with Netflix and everything else, I don't really replay a lot of my old DVDs a lot really these days, so they might as well be boxed away and these out. Anyway, back to PS Vita Collection event after 10 minutes, whatever it's been. Okay, first of all, I'll do a box. I've got a few box sets, not that many. Axiom Verge on the PS Vita. I'm not played that yet. Cursed Castilia. This is from Play Asia, I do believe. I think it was. Yeah, East Asia Soft. Obviously a game inspired by Ghosts and Goblins. Various Lego games, which obviously come with little minifigures. So we've got Batman 2, Batman 3, Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, Lego Marvel Superheroes, Universe Imperial, and Mercenary Kings Reloaded Edition, which is again another Play Asia edition of this game. Again, this game's inspired by Metal Slug series. Not as good though, but it's inspired by them. Okay, let's go through the games. Okay, I'm not going to spend too much time talking about these, otherwise we'll be here forever. So I'm going to quickly go through them. Alright, just for you guys who are interested. Most of these games, like I said, I've not had a chance to play. I've only probably played about 10 or 15% of these games, and I'm being totally honest about that. Really, a lot of these are ones I just want to because I want to get them and play them eventually. So Keeper's Beat, I think it's a prequel to a Keeper's Trip, set in Aqua Harbour. A little bit smutty, whereby you fight and clothes come up. Talk about games now, and I said I wouldn't. Okay. Angry Birds Star Wars. Army Corps, very good game. Assassin's Creed Liberation. I do believe you can get that on. They ported that into PS3, did they, or something? Assassin's Creed Chronicles. Batman Arkham Blackgate. Started off good, but I got pissed off with controls after a while. Blaze Blue. Which one? Shift Extend. We did get a Borderlands game, Borderlands 2, which is quite remarkable. Given how big a game is. Okay, Bullet Girls. This is like a Japanese one only. First Bullet Girls. It's basically Japanese girls shooting each other with machine guns. What more do you want, really? Japanese schoolgirls shooting each other. Bullet Girls 2. And also another exclusive, Bullet Girls Fantasia. So they're all Japanese ones. Call of Duty Declassified. Good graphics, terrible gameplay. The controls really let that down. It's yeah, one of the worst Call of Duty games, I would say. Child of the Light, nice physical edition. Criminal Girls, another little cutie RPG. Criminal Girls 2. Corpse Party, Blood Drink. So I think it's a bit of a vampire one set in schools. Yeah, I've not played that actually yet. Darius Burst Chronicles, I have played that. Excellent game. Dead or Alive, it's a Dead or Alive fighting game. That's pretty much, we all know that. Deception 4, based on a Trapped series. Let's move that over there. Disgaea 3, Absence of Detention. Disgaea 4, Promise Revisited. So I'm just putting these back so I don't make a white mess. Disney Epic Mickey 2. Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z. Dragon's Crown, sequel to a Princess Crown game, I think. Well, I think that's what it's called. Drive Girls, another Japanesey. It's a bit of a Transformers one. You can transform into vehicles to attack each other. Dungeon Hunter, Earth Defense Force. These are great games. Another great game, Everybody's Golf. Farming Simulator 16. I got this for dirt cheap, CX for about £4 a while back. No, actually it wasn't CX. It was actually Smith's Toy Shop. And so I just picked it up because it was cheap, and I don't think I'll ever get around to playing it. FIFA Football, another one which I probably won't get around to playing. Final Fantasy X and X-2 HD Remaster. You have to buy that new, because I think the second one's a download. I could be wrong on that. World of Final Fantasy, Formula 1 2011, Freedom Wars, Galgun Double Piece, another sort of smutty shooting game, God Eater 2, God of War Collection, God of War, Gravity Rush, and this is an American exclusive, the History Channel Legends of War. I think that was the American exclusive. No, I think I'm more on that, but it's quite an uncommon game. Okay, Injustice. I played it on the PS4. J-Stars Versus, so it's a bit of a collection. Killzone Mercenary. It's supposed to be very good. I'm not got around to playing it actually. Lego Chimera. I love all the Lego games, as you can tell. Harry Potter Years 5 to 7. Jurassic World. Marvel Avengers. Ninjago Ninjroids. And Ninjago Shadow of Ronin. Star Wars, I love this. Lego Movie. Little Big Planet. And there was a special edition of that called Little Big Planet Marvel Superheroes Edition. Little Deviants. I think this one takes advantage of the cameras. Unitunes Galactic Sports, another racing game. Looms, I think that's how you pronounce it, puzzle game. Lumo, that's an isometric dungeon crawler. We had Mega Dimensions, Blank, Neptune versus Zombies. Also got a Super Dimensions game, which I'll show you later. Me, Labyrinth of Death. This is another cutie stroke mech RPG one. Look at the artwork on that. That's a nice, interesting one. That Metal Gear Solid HD Collection. Okay, Minecraft. Take that from every system, Minecraft, isn't it? Mortal Kombat. I have your fighting games on this system. Mirasa Rebirth. So that's like I think that's a re-release of the Wii game. Natural Doctrine. New Little King Story. Supposed to be a really good. I know it's RPG, but I don't know if it's got elements of, you know, those games that you grow things in as well. I don't know, I can't be, I could be completely wrong on that. But obviously, it was a Little King Story game on the Wii, I believe. Need for Speed Most Wanted. Ninja Gaiden Sigma Plus and Ninja Gaiden Sigma Plus 2. Odin Sphere, a re-release. Limited Run game, Oddworld, Munch's Odyssey, and Oddworld, Stranger's Wrath, another limited one. Persona 4 Golden, and Persona Dancing All Night. PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale. This game is pretty underrated. Do pick it up if you see it on any system, guys. That really is a good beat 'em up. Psychopath versus Mandatory Happiness. Sort of interesting RPG again. Ragnarok Odyssey. I can't remember the exact reason why I picked this one up, to be perfectly honest. There's a number of RPG games out there, so I'm not sure why I went for this one. It's an American one. It must have got highly recommended sometime in the past, and that's why I picked it up. It's an American exclusive, I believe. Rayman Legends and Rayman Origins. This was dirt cheap. Reality Fighter's not a particularly good game. There's Caitlin, as my daughter just popped down. You going to join the video, Caitlin? No, what a surprise. Resident Evil 2 Revelations. This is like a an import, a Chinese, Japanese one with English language on it. It's all new and sealed, so there's not many Resident Evil games on the PS Vita. Okay. We have Resistance Burning Sky. Once you've got used to the controls, this is a really good game. Retro City Rampage. Obviously a limited release this was. I've got that on the PS4 as well, I believe. And Ridge Racer. I suppose not particularly good, that game. I think it's a bit too short. Rugby World Championship 2015. Again, this was dirt cheap, so I'm never going to play that. Limited run game. Senran Kagura Bon Appetit Full Course. I think we know what Senran Kagura game's all about, don't we, guys? And S12 Versus as well. Shin Builder 2 Revenge of Zen. Yeah, a series of ninja games. There was also on the PSP, I believe, a lot of them were. Silent Hill game, Book of Memories. I don't think it's particularly good, but I'm not got around to playing it. Sly Cooper Thieves of Thieves in Time, rather, and the Sly Trilogy. Yeah, played this. Limited Run, Soldier, no, Final Prototype. Another must-own shooter for a system. Another must-own racing game, Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed, must-own, guys. Soul Sacrifice. Again, this is a nice, good battle mechanics. Sort of. I'm not sure it's a tactical fighting game. Space Hulk. I like Warhammer games. Nickelodeon SpongeBob SquarePants. This is supposed to be quite good, actually. It's based on the televised movie, I think, or something. Could be wrong. Spy Hunter. Another racing game. Not played it. Steins Gate Zero, a prequel to Steins Gate. I think it's a prequel. Street Fighter X versus Tekken. Very good game. And Super Dimensions Neptune versus Sega Hard Girl. So obviously it's got the Japanese anime characters inspired by the video game consoles. Okay, that's that one. Nearly there, guys. A Tales game, Tales of Hearts R. And Tearaway. This is a really good game that takes advantage of the controls of the PS Vita, especially on the back. The Amazing Spider-Man. I think that's quite an uncommon game, that one. The Jack and Daxter Trilogy. The Muppets Movie Adventures. It looks interesting one. It looks like a good platformer, actually. Ratchet and Clank Trilogy. Okay, these Telltale games, just American exclusive. So we got The Walking Dead first one, season 1 with 400 days, and then season 2, and also The Wolf Among Us. Great games. Tokyo Twilight, another sort of horror type RPG, I believe. Touch My Katamari. Tuikoden Tauken. Is it Tuikoden or Tui? Oh, I'm really butchering that, aren't I, guys? And the other one, Kiwami as well. And this is another interesting RPG. Trillion God of Destruction. It's the same sort of art style and by the same people, I believe, who did all the Disgaea games. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, another good fighting game. Uncharted, we all know about this, guys, don't we? If you own a Vita, you've got to own this game. It is bloody good. Unit 13, quite a good shooter, actually. Gone under the radar for most people. Valhalla Knights. Yeah, I'm not got around to playing that yet. Valkyrie Drive. I think this is one of those ones that are a bit of a half RPG, half fighting and half smut. Sounds good, doesn't it? And last but not least, a tennis game, Virtua Tennis 4 World Tour Edition. I pretty much got it because it's Sega and it's a tennis game and there's not many for the good sports games on the system. And last few games, almost there, guys. Virtue's last reward. That's part of that series of games, which the names escape me. Volume, unlimited one game. I think it's like I'm not paid it actually. I must do. I think it's like a shooter. Wipeout 2048. Alright, this is interesting. We've got 2 World Rally Championships, number 3, guys. They're both European releases, English. Both English in the back, exactly the same writing, although it's different artwork and stuff. So that's what you call a true variant of one game. That's in the UK at least. So World Championship Rally 3. I don't know if there's any difference in value, but they are definitely 2 variants of the same game, guys. So if you collect for Vita and you're interested in odd ones, check those ones out. And also World Rally Championship 4 and World Rally Championship 5. Okay, another fighting game, X-Blaze, Code Embryo. I think it's a fighting game. Again, not played it yet. Alright, these 2 games are quite cutesy type, cartoony type graphics, sort of a fantasy RPG. I say fantasy RPG, it's more of a horror RPG really. Yoma Awari Night Alone, and the sequel Yoma Awari Midnight Shadows. Okay. And then we've got the Ease game. We've got Ease 8, Mosa of Dana, that's right. And Ease Memories of Cilicia. I haven't probably mispronounced that, but there you go. And I think it's by the same people who did Virtue's Last Reward, Zero Time Dilemma. Okay, that's it, guys. That's my PS Vita collection. So I pretty much got all the games that are, I've been after. I've been collecting it since the system come out, really. So yeah, that's it. I hope you're all doing well. Okay, guys, keeping safe, and by all means, like, subscribe, leave comments below, and whatever. But most importantly, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. You take care and keep safe.